Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Queen's Wish 2. So we're in the Aram Peaks. Officially now, I suppose. Although, of course, we're being blocked by the Upper Icegate, which we've been told explicitly to, not bother entering, because there is an entire hostile army camping here, and the wolf, who is not going to let us pass, and anyway, we should just turn around and go home. But I'm going to take a look, of course. The fortifications that block off the Aram Peaks, the Icegate, the fortifications that block off the Aram Peaks, the Icegate, have two halves. Rasa Suharum and the less disloyal warriors of the Row were in the east one. The west half has been entirely taken over by rebels. Yes, we've been told about a rebel army of thousands, actually. So we'll see how many of those we're gonna end up facing. They have recently rebuilt the walls of the Upper Icegate, making a small fortress protruding up out of the ice. Without the knowledge of Haven, and probably the Rasa, the rebels violated your laws and built walls. Now the rebels are hiding safely behind them. The cold, harsh warriors of the Row watch you approach through their gates. There are hundreds of them, at least. A miserably small force. Well, not when there's only 4 of you, or potentially only 1 prince. Okay, fine, whatever, sure. A miserably small force against the, collective armies of Haven that we could technically summon here. But certainly not the thing you would think standing in front of this fortress looking at it, right? With just the 4 of you. Whatever. I guess we can't help ourselves but always be thinking of ourselves as the entirety of Haven, and not as a single actual human being. Or something. Anyway, a small force, miserably small force. One that could never have a chance of successfully fighting off the trained armies of Haven. However, you won't be able to drive them out of here yourself. Right, but what will I be able to do? Or what can I do at all? You hear the creaking of wood and the clanking sound of mechanisms being locked into place. It's a familiar sound of ballistas being loaded with spears. The enormous devices are safely behind gates operated by carbors. Getting closer will put you at risk of a severe puncturing. Thanks for the warning. But will we not be able to fight them anyway? Okay, before we get ourselves into harm's way there. Oh, we can fight. At least some enemies here. So don't mind if I do. These are much more reasonable to fight than those random rebels hiding away in the lower Icegate as well. None of these guys look like they're going to have range attacks, but that might be misleading. Still. Oh, they're actually just sitting there. Well, how unfortunate for them. Okay, they do have a spellcaster with them. Which I will take out like this. I did not necessarily mean to approach as much as I did here, as the game made me do, but I guess we're fine for now. Well, yeah, I mean, we were fine, I suppose. Taking 1 damage is acceptable. Well, that first rebel force was not particularly impressive, I gotta say. Okay. That being said, it seems like there might just be constantly respawning enemies here. In which case, yeah, they're not actually worth experience. I didn't pay attention to whether the first ones were, but yeah, if these actually are, just gonna keep coming back. Obviously, that's not really... Well, there's nothing to be gained here. Also, these gates are obviously closed and all that, so, yeah. Fair enough, I suppose. However, I mean, there's at least something down this way, and even if we cannot fight back against this carbor manning the ballista, we can always use the good old, move past in combat trick. Just completely skipping that guy's line of sight. For now, I suppose I have to deal with these enemies, but then... next, I guess I'm going to retreat out of this place to maybe make these guys reset and forget about me, because I'm I don't know. I don't want to be dealing with the next group of enemies respawning and just immediately starting to come after me or something. That would just be needlessly annoying. Oh. Speaking of needlessly annoying things... No, you take out this guy. Actually, I thought you were Chip. Never mind. I still can't tell them apart. Well, not at a glance anyway, of course. But, oh well. Sure. Attack the spinner. Attack that guy. You know what? You can actually heal Chip. He's not fully healed either. Good enough. And we were attacked. Great, I suppose now it might be worth healing again. Okay, let's just ditch this place only momentarily. And hopefully that should have reset any enemies that might have been after us. Okay. Sure, go ahead and heal. Might be a waste. That's fine, we're doing fine. Everything's fine. Save again. Can we fight these guys? Okay, that's what they meant by, you know, maybe fighting, or maybe getting in front of the ballista is not a good idea. I mean, that was a lot of damage. It would not necessarily have one-shot, you know, my slightly better armored characters, but still, that's obviously not a great start. Also, that thing is extremely tanky, of course. So I guess the idea is to just not fight it at all. I guess you just wait there, play it a little bit safe. No need to rush things here. You guys just wait. It's not like they can come after me, right? Obviously, if we can't get in, they can't come out. So there's that. Now, will this do anything for us? Is there actually a sneaky back entrance? Or... There are fresh tracks in the dusting of snow here. Booted feet leading toward the gate to the east. Gate to the east. Yes, okay. The sound of a horn echoes through the valley. That's probably not good. Let's head downstairs. Okay. You find a small complex of chambers hidden under the Icegate. Maybe this is just another quest-related area. Specifically the, yeah, alchemy. Specifically the Harvester quest. So, I mean, I guess we'll see. Obviously, I'll explore this and we'll see how far we can get. I'm not expecting to actually find a way into the fortress proper or to the other side of it. Surely that has to be... that accomplishing that, getting into the actual Iron Peaks proper, must have to do with that secret passage in the underworld. The real question is what the game expects me to do to officially learn about that. Is it literally just going there now that I guess I'm supposed to? And something being different? I mean, again, as I said last time, I if nothing else, or rather, before trying anything else and just, you know, running randomly all over the world, I'm going to give that a try. Just see if that works out. I hope it will. If not, then I can worry about thinking of other solutions. Anyway, for now, we'll find a small complex of chambers hidden under the Icegate. They were abandoned for a long time. Then someone came to open them up and give them a light cleaning. It's tolerably warm down here. You smell smoke and freshly cooked food. And something else. Herbs, alchemy. There's a strange, acrid stink in the air. At first, it is still and quiet. Then you hear something. The echoes of indistinct voices coming from farther in. Okay. Indistinct voices. No one visible yet. Still no one visible. That opens, but yeah, I suppose maybe the idea is that this used to be a passage leading into the fortress, connecting to the rest of the fortress, but not anymore. Still, oh, Master Archelnost and Vionel, hello there. Okay, well, I mean, we don't see them yet, but apparently we kind of do anyway. Vionel, of course, is a name that we're somewhat familiar with. Bolt of Silk, Gold Goblets, Ritual Road Dagger, sure. Yeah, I did not get rid of the extra healing potion. I suppose I really couldn't have. It's fine. Surely we're not gonna find so much loot down here that we're gonna run out of space. But I will have to look into that issue sometime soon. Okay, Master Archelnost, what a name. Level 20, 300 health. No, oh, wait, what? 90% physical and magical evasion. I guess we're not supposed to fight that guy. We'll see. Vionel? Yeah, similarly unreasonable. The unnamed Geldnaz seem like we might be able to fight those. Master Archelnost, you enter a secret, hastily assembled magical workshop. Geldnaz warriors stand guard by the walls. Geldnaz mages are hard at work at the table. 2 people are in charge. One is Vionel. The other is an aging man in long robes. The man is holding the reward for their labors. It is a crystal orb, only just crafted. It is still smoking and hissing, and an uncertain light flickers within. All in the room stare at it in awe. Then Vionel sees you. She draws her blade in an instant. The man turns to face you, the crystal orb held out toward you. He says, "Ah, the troublesome Havenite. You have found the goal of your quest, hunter." As he speaks, he slowly caresses the glowing orb. I guess we have the option of just completely ignoring him and addressing Vionel. I'm Prince Atantuo of Haven. I'm here on official business. Yeah, but I mean, we all know that this is gonna end in hostilities. Even if I hadn't noticed that all the enemies, all those characters turned hostile already on the minimap. So who are you? Do we really need to know? Is it important? I mean, he talked to us, so I guess it makes most sense to actually talk back to him and not just, pick one of the other options. There is no harm in telling you, Prince. I'm Master Archelnost. I command the cell of the Geldnaz. You have come to see our triumph. A cell of the Geldnaz? Asking us if I'd never heard of it. The Geldnaz, when at deposed Annales, split into many small groups, each acting on their own. Losing one cell thus doesn't threaten the others. All cells have their own little projects and specialties. He holds up the orb. Vionel involuntarily finds herself reaching for it. Then she jerks her hand back. Interesting. Are they gonna start infighting here? Enchanted by the magic of the harvester? Yes, the harvester. Then she jerks her hand back. He says, "The harvester, and all it will bring, is our project. The Geldnaz refuse to see the hard truth. Now I will make them see." Okay, so rebels within their own organization, in a way. So the Geldnaz doesn't know what you're doing? No, our leaders are too weak and short-sighted to grab this glorious opportunity. Now the harvester is in my hands. And you have your own private project here? Vionel can't contain herself. We had a project. It is complete. The harvester has been created. Now the true work of Geldnaz will begin. Archelnost nods. Okay. Vionel, are you part of this cell? Why are we so interested in her? We've encountered her a couple of times. She almost killed someone we were trying to protect, and she stole stuff from us and ran away multiple times. It's not like we are on particularly friendly terms, if I remember correctly. Vionel, are you part of this cell? I mean, again, does it matter at all? No, not to me, but I guess we want to ask this. She smiles. I was our blade. Archelnost is our craftsman. I brought the knowledge, he used what I brought, and he made the harvester real. Yes, okay. What is this hard truth you're talking about? It is a deep truth, one that the rest of the Geldnaz are too weak to accept. The Rokaj cannot tolerate conquerors. We can't leave Haven alone and stay true Ro. With this weapon, we will destroy the neutrality of the Geldnaz. Then we will aid in the rebellion. Oh, that sounds good to me. I mean, not necessarily about aiding the rebellion, but becoming openly hostile to Haven, giving us a nice excuse to just eradicate you once and for all. Personally, I would rather let the Rokaj stop being our vessel. No. I mean, me personally, I don't know. Maybe, I guess. But not the prince, of course. So you made the harvester to defeat Haven. I guess, yes? That's the idea? Well, let's go through the other options here, I suppose. I have been to Deep Post Analyze. Lionel sneers. And I'm sure they were so very polite to you. I don't know. Were they? Were they particularly polite? I was certainly not very polite to them. Oh. Subservient, even. When even you should fear them. Yeah, well, unfortunately I cannot correct them here. You think the Rokaj can defeat Haven? Archelaus says, of course! We have the mountains, and we have the will. Our people, if truly motivated, will rise up against you. You can't command our land if all hands are against you. The power of the Harvester is what will finally push them to action. Maybe. The other Geldnaz are far wiser than you. Are they? I don't know about that, but maybe they're less stupid. That's not the same as being far wiser. Lionel says, they were born under Haven's boot. Yeah, like you, I guess. They want to die under it. Kill a few of their fellow row, enable your rule, and die. Archelaus adds, that was their plan. Now we have the Harvester. We will inspire the people with it. The Geldnaz will have no choice but to support us. What is the Harvester? Archelaus holds up the orb. You note that he needs to wear thick leather gloves. It vibrates and hisses and spits out wisps of smoke. A crystal ball of incredible power, the finest result of the Erudico's craft, though they were too weak-willed to use it properly. I forget now. Is this actually the flawed version, or did they figure out that the plans they had had like a built-in trap, basically? I guess we're about to see. The way it's described sounds kind of unstable to me, so with any luck it's gonna just blow up in his face and, you know, take half of them with it, or all of them. Ideally. But we'll see. So you trust the Erudico that much? Should we be giving him a hint here? Should we be making him suspicious? Surely nothing we say will actually do that, but... Of course. They were sure that this is an incredibly powerful weapon. They took so much effort to hide it. Why would they be wrong about it? Yeah. You're right, I'm sure. What does it actually do? They look at each other. They aren't entirely sure. Archelaus holds it toward you. There are still some questions about that. The notes we took from the Erudico were vague. We will need to experiment on you, I'm afraid. As long as it kills you and does it in a spectacular, inspirational way, it's adequate. You think you can kill me? I mean, obviously, yes, he does think. Whether he's correct in that, we're about to see, I guess. You think it is wise to kill me? I'm not sure if he's concerned with wisdom. How do you think the Queen will react when you kill me? Well, obviously he wants war with Haven, so he either doesn't care or hopes that it will make her openly attack them. Lionel, this is your last chance to stop this madness. Why are we talking to her as if we have some sort of personal connection? Because we don't. I think there's still a deal to be made. Yeah, no. In the name of the Queen of Haven, you will surrender to me, vassal. If it was ever appropriate to say a line like this, I think it's here. Because these guys are just clearly crazy. And, you know, they're about to kill me, or about to try and kill me anyway. So, might as well. Archelaus says, it is always the destiny of the Rokaj to throw off our conquerors. If we can't be free of Haven, better that we all die. He holds out the Harvester. It begins to glow. The room grows very warm. A field of energy envelops him and Lionel, protecting them. This is the end of you, Tormentor. Well, okay. I mean, they had their ridiculous evasion even before this little cutscene. But I guess the idea is that the orb is actually protecting them. And that's why they're almost impossible to hit. Of course, they're not actually completely impossible to hit, so... Well, we'll see how this goes. Obviously, with a 90% dodge chance, it seems kind of silly to try and use any single target attacks on them, but maybe the occasional fireball is going to do something to them. And of course, I'm hoping that the orb is actually going to backfire on them sometime soon. But, you know, first things first. Archelaus points the orb at you. Harvester, I call you! Send ice! The Harvester glows and vibrates. You are surrounded by a shell of ice, freezing you. Oh, okay. Well, that's, unfortunately, it's working for now. We are actually, in stasis, which I don't know if I've ever seen this status effect. Can act be damaged? Oh, interesting. Can't act, be damaged, or be affected by status effects. Uses stun resistance and can't be cured. Okay, so the prince is just out for 3 turns. Luckily, he's kind of the character who I need the least right now. So, you know, that's actually fine. I'm going to have you advance and spread some fiery love among these. Yeah, unfortunately, as expected, Archulast and Vionel both dodged that. No surprise there. I guess we're gonna try and take out the Tinkerer. And I suppose, yeah, the Tinkerers actually. Anyone who looks like a spellcaster is always a prime target, of course. That being said, because of the stupid Stone Brute, he's not going to be able to really move away here. And we cannot quite reach that guy. Actually, what you could try and do, just for fun, that doesn't really... I mean, I suppose it does reach 3 of them. 4 of them? 4 of them. I can count. Oh, what? I guess I have to actually target a tile that's within range. Wait, is this going to affect Atantuo, though? No. Surely not. Ooh, we actually hit the master? Oh god, we're also taking a lot of damage. Oh god, we're taking a lot of damage! Are you kidding me? What is this? Archulast points to orbit you. Harvester, I call you! Send fire! You're surrounded by a wreath of flame which burns everyone nearby. The Harvester glows brighter and starts to shake. Okay. Yeah, well, obviously we cannot really afford taking a death here, so that's, you know. Unfortunate amounts of damage. Of course, we also... the stasis effect said that it uses stun resistance, right? And we have, I mean, we have extreme stun resistance, so it was actually incredibly unlikely and unlucky to even be affected by that. I suppose the idea was, or it was trying to put stasis on all 4 of us, and only one of us was affected, so I guess, you know, in a way, it could have been much worse, but, yeah, we could have also easily all resisted, I feel. Ah, God. Sure. You know, just for fun. Hello again, Vionel. She says, hello, Prince. After all our work, you are too late. The man shouts, silence! She takes a step back and closes her mouth. Her blade is still ready. Okay. Well, I'm here on official business. Let's just check out some of the other options, I guess. The man smiles. Yes, I know who you are. I just didn't think I would be so lucky. You have come. I am Master Archulast. I command the cell of the Geldnaz. This is where we would just snort at his ridiculous name. And he would ask, what's so funny? And, you know, if this was a funnier game, maybe the dialogue might go that way, but nope, unfortunately, nothing of the sort. What's this hard truth? So you made the Harvester to defeat Haven? I think that option disappeared at some point. Vionel says, this orb won't be enough, of course. It's a spectacular weapon. I mean, probably. Made by the Roe and the Roe alone. It won't defeat you, though. Our people will. Archulast adds, the Harvester will inspire the people. They will all rise up. The Geldnaz will have no choice but to support us. What is it? What's it actually do? Okay. Vionel, this is your last chance to stop this madness. I mean, I suppose she seems to be a little bit more level-headed than this guy, at least, so yeah, I suppose, maybe. Trying to appeal to her. Is that the right word? Maybe. Maybe it makes sense. But Vionel looks you in the eyes. I will die to free the Rokach. We have been enslaved long enough. It's time. Okay. Well, it was worth a try. Well, then surrender. Die, Tormentor. Sure. In due time. All in due time. Okay, we were not drawn into combat immediately this time, for what it's worth. But we will be any moment now. Can we reach you? Yes. We can throw a fireball now. I guess I'll take one step closer, bringing her into the danger zone again. Ooh, well that's lucky. A critical hit on Vionel, taking away almost half of her health. I'm still expecting, of course... Oh, okay. This time he got stunned. That actually, that might be a problem. We can always heal with Atantuo's abilities, so I guess in that regard, we might not be screwed yet. We'll see. Also, by sending Atantuo to the front line, maybe the squishier characters are actually going to be a bit more protected this time. So we'll see how this goes. I was going to say, I mean, with their 90% dodge chance, I wonder if I'm supposed to actually be fighting these two bosses, or if the idea is to wait until the orb eventually blows up in their faces and removes their protection. But, I mean, it is possible to presumably kill them. It's just, it's just kind of unlikely, kind of unreasonable to even try. But, again, if the occasional area spell happens to damage them, all the better. Anyway, okay, he did that, yes. Right, we actually took a fireball to the face, to our collective faces here. I'm going to have you walk forward. Actually, maybe not all the way forward, but both because I'm not entirely sure about range of the healing spell, and because of fireballs. But here, just to be on the safe side, we're going to do this. And you are going to do this once again. This time we actually hit this guy. Wow. And took out the first caster, which is definitely appreciated. Gonna have you advance, take out this Tinkerer. So hopefully no more fireballs from those guys. Okay. I call you Send Fire. You're surrounded by a Wreath of Flame, which burns everyone nearby. Oh. This is curable, though. Okay. I hadn't realized before because, well, I was focused on the fact that someone had died and I needed to reset. I thought he activated something that caused fire, around him. But no, he's actually infected us with this thing. Just not actually really that bad. Swap weapons to something more useful. You know what? Just attack this brute and one-shot it, I suppose, with a 185 damage hit. Sure, I'll take it. Let's use another fireball. Those have been working well for us. And we hit Vionel again. What are the odds? 2 out of 3 hits at 90% resistance? Or dodge chance? That seems too lucky to be true, but we saw it. It happened. Why don't you go ahead and snipe that guy before he gets a chance to do anything? Nice. How much damage was that? 98? Yeah. Okay, not bad. Why don't you go ahead and actually just stay here and do some good old whirlwinding, hitting all 3 of those, including the master. Okay, something must be off about those reported dodge values, right? I mean, there's no way I'm that lucky. Also, we're suddenly looking pretty debuffed here. I think some curing is in order if I get a chance. Archelaus points to orbit you. Harvester, I call you. Send destruction. Your skin begins to burn. Sickness rises up in you. The Harvester is vibrating so hard that Archelaus struggles to keep hold of it. Vionel looks concerned. Too late. Too late? Don't kill anyone, please. Okay, no one's dead yet. Well, we were not gonna get that guy, but we're gonna get the 4 of those, killing 2 of them. Hitting both of these? What is going on? What? Okay, those numbers can't be right. There's no way. He missed his turn, unfortunately. Do I risk? I mean, he has his single target healing. I guess technically we have a Scroll of Mercy. The thing is, if Atantuo gets his turn before one of these guys does, we're almost guaranteed to survive. Actually, you can drink a potion to make your own survival more likely. And, I mean, Monster Archelaus just used a spell against us. So, go ahead and try hitting her. Okay, unfortunately... No, never mind, we did hit her. What? She got to do something. Oh god, this was close. That's way too close, actually. Is she at 1 hit point? She is. Okay, so they're scripted to survive. That's kind of lame. But, yeah. I don't know. Maybe I have been getting colossally lucky. And they really do have 90% evasion, and somehow still 80% of my attacks actually hit, especially against her. Maybe I was never expected to get anywhere near actually killing them before, you know, the scripted number of turns had passed. Anyway, let's go ahead and do this. Curing and healing. Still taking some pretty heavy damage here. Well, if you can't kill them, it's not a reason to not throw another fireball. Okay, unfortunately we missed him. I was hoping to push him to 1 HP as well. Archelast holds up the orb. No, this is not enough. It must be glorious. Harvester, I command you. You must... And then the Harvester shatters. Archelast, screaming, is covered with fire. Aye! Is he actually? I mean, he didn't take any damage from that, so that's kind of lame. Okay, we have some bleeding going on here. I think I'm going to go with the Restoring Rain. Even if it heals for slightly less... Oh, and he actually has his turn still. Do they now finally... Oh yeah, actually, they have no more dodge chances. Okay. Yonel takes a mortal wound. As she collapses, she hisses, I have no regrets. Our tale will be told. Not by us, it won't. The rebellion will... And that is all. Okay, continuing to take some heavy damage here. Hopefully that won't matter, though. Angelos stumbles, scratching at his skin and screaming. It is not the glorious display he expected. No, how could they? The Erotico, those madmen, they... And then you silence him with one final blow. His conspiracy has been defeated. Okay. Drink a potion to be safe. Hit this guy. Take him out for good. Okay. Well, that went pretty alright, I must say. Well, that was even worth an achievement, apparently. The Harvester. Right. Among the ashes and debris on the floor, you see a glint of crystal. Looking closer, you find that the Harvester was not completely destroyed. A long glowing shard of crystal remains. It's warm to the touch, but it seems stable enough. You put it in your pack. Really? After the thing just literally blowing up in its user's face, we're taking a piece with it only because it looks stable enough? Are we experts on dangerous magical items suddenly? Well, it seems like a bad idea, but I guess it's gonna be fine. This is a broken shard from the wreckage of the Harvester. Erod Faalis would be very interested. Hopefully we'll get it to him before it tears us all to pieces. Also... Okay, just a final reward. Another potion? Honestly, I think I'm just gonna leave this here. In fact, I'm gonna put another one in. There, have another potion. I suppose I can always come back and pick up both of these, if I should ever feel like I need more. But, you know, that seems unlikely. Geldnar's Symbol, Mad Flurry. I think that's an active ability, and +4 to physical damage. Ooh. 2 extra points of physical damage versus 10% crit chance. More consistent damage versus a chance at, you know, hitting harder. That's always a tough choice. I don't know if those 2 points of fixed extra damage actually make as big of a difference. Or rather, I don't know how much of a difference they make. How the scaling of damage works, or, you know, the scaling of ability damage, for example. But I do like the idea of more consistent damage. So I think, mostly just because it's a new thing, you know, we just earned it for ourselves. I'm gonna use this, sure. Display this as a symbol of our dominance over our foe, I guess, or something like that. Okay, well, that was that. That didn't take too long. But of course, oh yeah, there's a slight potential issue, yeah, of that message about a horn being blown, right as we entered this little building here. How tough are you? Aren't you? No, actually, I guess you're not tougher than the enemies by the gate. Question is, are these the enemies from up here that actually started coming after us, or is this a specially spawned group of enemies that would always have triggered the moment we, you know, approach this building here? Or maybe it was just that one person? I don't know. Inconclusive. Either way, I hope we'll be allowed to just fight our way out of here. It would be unfortunate to have to start over, but I mean, we're kind of close to the exit here, so with any luck, we'll be able to make it out of here, no problem. Okay, those guys are still there. I'm kind of tempted to actually try and fight them. I just don't know how reasonable that is, or how unreasonable, I guess I should say. Oh, well, this is potentially bad. This is potentially very bad. I did save, though, I think, somewhat recently-ish. Yeah, she's definitely in the line of fire here, and that's not great. Maybe, though, we can stun you? Slow you? Confuse you? Weaken you? We blocked all that damage. That is definitely good. Maybe we can walk her out of range. Although, of course, I would also like to do something like this. That guy's weak. Yeah, pretty weak. Take him out, I suppose. Obviously, our main concern has to be this guy. He is confused now, for what it's worth. Okay, so maybe this is not as unreasonable. I'm sure he's still gonna hit very hard, if he get a chance. What did I say? If he gets a chance? I don't know. That's what I should have said anyway. Not sure what I actually said. Okay, he's terrified. Hopefully not actually going to run away, because that would just be annoying. I'm going to attack you and make you bleed. Take out this rebel. Keep piling on the debuffs. Slowed, that also helps. More bleeding. Vulnerable as well. Okay, this guy's getting wrecked. In before he actually gets an attack off and one-shots one of us. Okay. Not so far. Nice critical and a healing strike for what it's worth. Oh, poor guy. I was not expecting to wreck him this hard, to be quite honest. Okay, we got some enemies approaching from here. Is he gonna die from debuffs? No. We kinda have to deal with these guys, though, before they become too much of a problem. $75, and he died. Okay, nice. Very nice. I mean, we obviously cannot enter through here. In fact, no, I guess the main gate is here, and that's unlikely to open for us. However, if we actually do end up, you know, well, obviously we will end up using that passage in the underworld and emerge somewhere behind the ice gate, presumably. Or maybe we're gonna end up somewhere in the currently inaccessible portion of the ice gate, the Upper Icegate specifically. I was gonna say, maybe if we emerge somewhere behind it, somewhere in the Iron Peaks, we can always enter from the back entrance, right? From the western side, and see how far we can get, and if we can explore some more of this fortress. Surely there's gotta be a way to do that. I should have stayed in combat mode, I just didn't feel like it. I was gonna take my chances. Well, I suppose I did take my chances, and we're actually out. No problem. No problem whatsoever. Right. Okay, well, first things first, I suppose. We head down to the tower. I wanted to take a look at this place, or, you know, visit this place again anyway. So I have not been back to the this forge thing here in a while. And I'm not sure what there is, what we can do here. Hide in shadows. New trainable ability. Well, we can't actually train anything anymore at this point, can we? A to infliction. Well, this one we can get. We have plenty of resources. A to healing, 4% bonus to all healing spells. Yeah, I mean, likewise. That takes 2 of our clarity brews, but forge spear, we don't need to forge any weaponry, actually. Mad flurry. A to accuracy. Ooh, wait, this is actually really good. Why didn't I get that? Trainable. Gives the character a lasting shield that fully absorbs some damage. I feel like I got this one at some point just to check it out, and it turned out to be not a passive ability. I guess it doesn't say that it's passive. But it's just an active ability that gives you a temporary shield. So, you know, not that amazing. 8 to thought. Or is it? Yeah. This is not actually going to do anything for us, because we're at the cap. Forge Pearl. Meh. Mighty Thoughts. Yeah, I mean, same. Basically cap there. So I guess we're going to go ahead and get this 8 to infliction, because why not? 8 to healing, sure. 8 to accuracy, absolutely. And everything else is not really all that interesting. Mighty Thoughts. I mean, I guess I might as well get this. Or wait, 8 to thought? Mental attacks? Oh wait, that's actually... Didn't even realize that they're both just mental resistance. We could get both of them. Just for fun, I suppose. Because we don't really have anything else to do with these resources. I guess technically they can be used at the Nissi outpost, right? To craft something? Although I don't even remember. Did I take any notes about this? A billion years ago? Nissi crafting. Okay, that's all I wrote. That's all she wrote. Nissi crafting. Right. Huh. I don't even remember what kind of rewards we were promised there. If it's something that we're really interested in. But I suppose it makes more sense to keep my resources just on the off chance that there might be something useful to get with them, because everything else I could buy here is literally useless to us. So yeah, let's just not do that. But we did get some more useful things. I mean, the extra hit chance is probably the most useful out of the upgrades, and some extra healing. I mean, it's only 4%, but still, it adds up to, you know, everything else. Hey there, Falls. You're actually right here. Didn't even remember where you were. Are the Guildnaws about to complete the Harvester? Yeah, we're a bit ahead of that. In fact, the Harvester doesn't work. Tell the tale and give him the shard. Okay. Quest advanced, not finished yet. We did lose the shard, that's good. Both Faalis and his shade listen attentively to the tale. He asks you to repeat the bit where Vionel dies, or Vionel, whatever. The Erodico can be as bloodthirsty as all the other row. He gingerly takes the shard, and the last remnant of this experiment. Interesting. After all this effort, the Harvester never actually worked. Maybe that is why the plans were forgotten. The old Erodico made it and died before they could add a few warnings to the plans. Thank you for your help, Prince. This was a worthy effort. An entirely understandable bit of caution. Annoying, I'm sure, but wise. What? What is an entirely understandable bit of caution? Annoying, I'm sure, but wise? I'm not really sure what he's talking about, but I guess that doesn't matter. What about the crystal shard? Yeah, what about it? I can still feel a lot of power within it. Interesting. Give me some time to research it. I might be able to find a way to make it valuable. Okay, that does sound good. It was an honorable effort. We had to react. Again, what? What was an honorable effort? On the ancient Erodico's part, who came up with the Harvester's plans in the first place? Surely we're not talking about the Geldnas trying to build this thing and use it for their own ends. This was a gigantic waste of time. A gigantic waste of time. Well, no, I wouldn't say so. Kind of annoying, a bit of a, scavenger hunt for sure. But somewhat interesting, if a bit confusing perhaps, toward the end. It was an honorable effort. We had to react. Yes, sure. Yes, thank you again for your aid and for avenging our lost. Come back in time. I may have a reward for you. You may. Done anything with the crystal shard yet? We're still working on it, sorry. So, how long exactly will I have to wait? I'd rather not have to wait at all, to be honest. Can I just rest here? I can, apparently. So, what about now? We're still working on it. Ah, crap. I mean, I can only assume that it actually takes a certain number of in-game days to pass. Whoa. That came out of nowhere, as these things do. Yes, still not entirely cured. Wow, but everything was fine until just now. That's, not cool. Cold. Oh well. What was I gonna say? I'm gonna save the game. In fact, I already did, and I'm just gonna go ahead and rest a couple of times, because at this point, I guess I really don't care about, how long I take to finish the game in game time. There, just a couple more nights. And did this actually do anything? No. Okay. Let's rest a few more times. Okay, I was going to say until we get another report. There we go. Surely this must be enough time if it was just about spending time. Still working on it. Ha. Well, that's annoying. The harvester took the wreckage of the harvester for study. If you return later, you might get something of value. Okay, well, in that case, I'm not sure. I mean, I rested so many times. It feels like that should have been enough time if it was just about, in-game time passing. So maybe there's some other measure of time passing, such as advancing the main quest, perhaps, or solving any quest. I guess for now we're going to head back up here and through here. Yeah, it's still open, thankfully. And now we make our way all the way up there, hopefully without running into any nasties along the way. Most of them should be dead at this point. Including the drakes that were patrolling here? No, never mind. Or not drakes, actually, just... what are they called? Fenris wolves? Fenris beasts. Please, just wander off. That kind of works. Okay. The Infernal Passage, that's right. What an ominous name. And now it's just open. That makes no sense. But whatever. The cave passage has been sloping upward for some time, sometimes very steeply. You're close to the surface. This crumbling ruin must be the gateway. It is very hot and humid. The gateway must be built on a volcanic vent. The huge stone blocks making up the walls and ceiling are worn and crumbled. There are no hints of who the ancients who built this were, but it was built to last. It is also occupied, of course. Recently shed lizard scales as large as shields line the corridor. The floor is marked with countless large scratches left by massive claws. Under the stink of sulfur you detect a deep musk, the scent of a massive beast, mixed with the stink of rot. Pleasant. Could this be the actual dragon, finally? Or just another large drake? There is a huge hall to the north. Even from this distance you can see what is waiting for you there. An enormous red dragon. Well, there we go. It watches you come, and it is entirely irritated. These solitary, unpredictable beasts are found in the most remote, dangerous lands. There were several on Sacramentum, for example. They are not automatically hunted down. Their power and knowledge can be very useful to Haven, though it always comes at a price. Of course, dragons are also proud and greedy. Sometimes they do attack Havenites. When they do, they must be put down. So is this one gonna talk to us first? Apparently. Dothra. Okay. Doesn't appear to be I don't know. A play of words in some way, a wordplay, a pun, or whatever. Or just, you know, something spelled backwards. It sounds like the kind of name that might be, but no. How tough are you? Okay, 3100 health, 20% physical evasion, no real armor, 90% stun resist, 80% curse resist, 90 mental, yeah. Pretty normal for boss-type enemies. But nothing, I mean, the numbers don't suggest anything too bad. Anyway, Dothra. The enormous dragon looks down upon you with great irritation. She lets out an angry sigh. Apparently we can tell the gender of dragons from looking at them. Probably part of our princely education, if I had to guess. Anyway, she lets out an angry sigh, heating up the already sweltering hall and making you choke on sulphurous smoke. I know you, human. You are Atantuo, Prince of Haven. I stay informed about events on my mountain, and I knew you wondered. I knew you wondered. Yes, that's what I do. I did not think you would get so lost as to visit me. I am Dothra. Literally choking on that name. Lady of Fire and the Mountain. You wish to travel through my gate, and I am bound to stop you. You are? By whom? I would like to know more about you, dragon. I wish to trade with you. Why are you so annoyed? I mean, why? I suppose because this is where she lives, where she made her lair, so that alone would be enough, I guess? Because I was misled. The road tricked me, and I was foolish enough to be gulled. They will pay one day. They offered me a deal, and I took it. Oh, and you're inclined to, or feel obligated to follow, to honor that deal because? Reasons? What was the deal? Gold and magic, a hearty amount. In return, I am to keep anyone from passing through my gate until all meetings on the mountaintop are completed. I was supposed to scare off all travelers, eat those who defile me. They did not tell me that the Prince of Haven was coming. Important information to withhold. I am very angry. Who made this deal with you? The raiders and rebels hiding in the peaks of Aram. They sent envoys, respectful, carrying treasure. They brought an offer from the wolf. Okay, no surprise there. Tell me about the wolf. The leader of the rebels. They said nothing about who this person was. I didn't care. I don't pay attention to the infinite rebellions of the row. All involved will die of old age in a blink. Yeah. Or of other, less natural causes. So you plan to stop me? I am bound by honor and our deal to try. I must fight you. I am very angry about it. You look puny to my eyes, unable to survive the traps I have created. But I do not want to annoy Haven. I feel like I should at least try. Although I kind of do want to fight it, to be honest. But, you know, I don't wish to fight you, but I must pass here. Ah, yes. There is a solution. I must fight you, but I can't fail. The gate out to the east is open. If you could slip past me, what can I do? Her shoulder muscles make a mighty shrug. Okay. So there is a way past that spares our lives. Stay out of my lair and prepare to run. You're being very scrupulous about your deals. That doesn't sound appealing. Terms are acceptable. Stay out of my lair and prepare to run. The gate to the east is open. So you're literally just letting me walk out of here, if I so choose. Interesting. Of course, again, I happen to know that there is an achievement for slaying the dragon, which must be this one then, I guess. Technically, I don't... Well, you know, role-playing-wise, there's no reason to slay this dragon. Especially since she does seem actually relatively reasonable, you know. I mean, there's obviously going to be treasure in it for me. And glory. and an achievement, most importantly, obviously. But again, role-playing wise, I would not choose to fight her. The thing is, maybe I'm going to try and kill her, just, you know, as a feat of strength, but then reload and actually spare her, because that feels like the right thing to do. If she was, you know, literally openly hostile and, you know, condescending, I would feel more inclined to just go ahead and kill her. But as it is, she's actually kind of likable as far as dragons go, you know. Of course, I hope that if I accept her terms now, I'm still gonna have the chance to attack her later. I suppose I did save before approaching her, did I? Probably. Also, there's autosave, so it's fine. We can always go back. You're being very scrupulous about your deals. Dragons are proud and strong, but we are not fools. We can be killed. Keeping to deals makes us useful to have around. Thus, we survive through the ages. Right. Well, your terms sound acceptable for now. Drothnra nods. Wait, now it's Drothnra? No, it's Dothnra, please. I'm angry that this trickery is necessary. Still, it is the best solution. She waves her wing to the east in a mocking gesture. Go, run, little pest. You know, now I'm starting to second-guess my judgment of her, but oh well. Climb your mountain. Yes, I will. Wait, what? Are you kidding me? Wait, you're actually making me run away from you? So you're like pretending to fight me, but I'll be able to escape? This is gonna be annoying though. Yeah, you know what? Screw this. Screw this. Where did I save? Right here. Okay. You know, that's fine. Actually, we're just about at the 1 hour mark. That's perfect. We had our little talk with the dragon, I suppose. And next time we're gonna have a bit of a duel with her. Because, yeah, if we're gonna be in combat and expected to, you know, endure her attacks all the while fighting these other creatures that I already saw, yeah, no, I'm not particularly keen on that idea. So, I guess dragon slaying it is. You know, I was going to be nice. I mean, I was also going to always kill her just for the achievement. And the treasure. And, well, actually just for the achievement, because I was going to reload. But, you know, on second thought, it's just a dragon. Why show mercy? That's just ridiculous. Not what a Prince of Haven would do, for sure. What would Sutter think? I mean, that's... Oh, I hadn't even thought of that. Yeah, no. No, obviously we have to kill this thing. Anyway, but that's gonna happen next time. For now, I thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.